Global warming, a warning we can't ignore. Have you ever stepped outside and thought, it's way hotter than it used to be? Or maybe you've noticed the seasons aren't the same anymore. Summers feel unbearable, and winters, well, they just don't feel as cold. That's not your imagination, that's global warming. It's not just some scientific theory, it's happening right now around us. And it's more than just uncomfortable weather. Today, we're going to uncover the real story behind global warming, why it's happening, how it's changing our world, and what we can do before it's too late. Trust me, this is something we all need to understand, because our future depends on it. What exactly is global warming? Imagine the Earth as a cozy, warm blanket. That warmth comes from the sun, but here's the problem. We've trapped too much of that heat. How? By filling the air with greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. These gases act like the glass of a greenhouse, letting sunlight in but preventing heat from escaping. And where do these gases come from? Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas every time. Since the late 1800s, humans have pumped more and more of these gases into the atmosphere, raising the planet's temperature. It's like turning up the thermostat in your house, except now we're turning it up on a global scale. The result? A world that's getting hotter, more unpredictable, and frankly, more dangerous for all of us. The domino effect, how global warming is changing our world. Now you might be thinking, what's a degree or two? That doesn't sound like much. But here's the catch, even a small change in temperature can set off a chain reaction of serious consequences. Glaciers and ice caps are melting at record speeds. Picture this, massive blocks of ice, thousands of years old, disappearing into the oceans. As this happens, sea levels rise, threatening to swallow up entire coastal cities. But that's not all. Have you noticed how wild the weather has been lately? Hurricanes that once seemed rare are now more frequent and more destructive. Heat waves are so intense that they're literally melting roads, and droughts are leaving farmers struggling to grow food. It's like the Earth's climate is on overdrive, and we're feeling the effects everywhere. From our cities to our food supply, nothing is safe from the grip of global warming. Why should you care? Okay, so the planet is warming, but how does it really affect you? Let me ask you this. Do you like having fresh water to drink? How about food on your table? Or, just a place to live that isn't constantly hit by floods or wildfires? That's what's at stake here. As temperatures rise, it messes with everything, from the crops we grow to the water we drink. Animals are fleeing their natural habitats, and some are disappearing entirely. And as sea levels rise, entire communities could be wiped out. Think about this. Millions of people might be forced to leave their homes because of rising waters. Imagine being one of them. Where would you go? This isn't just a problem for someone else. It's a problem for all of us. The good news, we can do something. But here's the part that gives me hope. We can still turn things around. Yes, we've caused a lot of damage, but it's not too late. The power to stop global warming is literally in our hands. How? By using renewable energy like solar and wind, which don't produce harmful gases. And guess what? These energy sources are becoming more affordable every day. If we all switch to cleaner energy, we could slash global emissions in half. Another key solution is reforestation, planting trees to absorb the CO2 we've pumped into the air. Imagine this, every tree you plant is a tiny air purifier, working to clean up the mess we've made. It's not just about big actions either. Little things, like turning off lights when you're not using them, walking or biking instead of driving, and cutting down on waste, all help. Every step you take brings us closer to a healthier planet. What can you do? So, what can you do to help? You don't need to be a scientist or a politician to make a difference. Start small. Recycle that plastic bottle. Turn off the faucet while brushing your teeth. Walk or bike when you can instead of driving. And spread the word. Talk to your friends and family about global warming. The more people who understand the problem, the more we can work together to solve it. Here's a question for you. What's one change you can make in your life, starting today, to help fight global warming? It might seem small, but remember, millions of small actions can add up to one massive impact. The urgency. Why now is the time to act? Let's be real, the clock is ticking. Scientists warn that if we don't act soon, we'll cross a point of no return. If global temperatures keep rising, we could see catastrophic impacts, mass extinctions, unlivable heat, and cities underwater. But if we act now, we can prevent the worst of it. That's why it's so important that we start making changes today, not tomorrow, not next year, today. Imagine a future where we ignored all the warnings. Would you want to live in that world? I don't think so. Our planet, our responsibility. Global warming is not just another problem. It's the problem. But we have the power to fix it. It starts with awareness, and it ends with action. Each one of us has the responsibility to protect the only home we have, our planet. The changes we make today will shape the future of our world. So, are you ready to be part of the solution? Let's work together, make the necessary changes, and create a future we can all be proud of. The Earth is counting on us, and there's no time to waste. We hope that you will like this valuable information, for as such as wonderful information support us by liking and subscribing our channels. Don't forget to press bell icon and your valuable comments.